Hi everybody, this is Maureen Wong from mycasestudies.blogspot.com. I know it seems like all I've been doing lately is haul videos, but I got this one is actually kind of a small order that I got from Starlit Studio. There were a couple things I really wanted for a while, so I went ahead and ordered and thought I'd share with you. And what I did this time was I actually got some of the stuff out and played with it, and I have a finished card at the end to share with you. So the first thing I got is this Uniball Signo Broad white gel, or I think it's a pigment ink pen. I have a Uniball Signo pen that doesn't work. Actually, I have a couple of them, but I've heard on the internet from people suggesting that the broad one works better than the other one with, I guess, a medium or a fine tip. And so I bought this one to try out. Hopefully this one will keep working. I've yet to find a really good white pen, so hopefully this will be it. On the other end of the spectrum, I got a Wink of Stella Black brush marker. I have the clear and the gold so far, and I wanted to try the black, so here it is. I got Ranger sticky embossing powder, and you can see that the bottle's empty, and that's because I've already gone ahead and emptied it into a little plastic container. It makes it so much easier when you're scooping out and pouring back in than using this little bottle. I got the Memory Box mesh stencil, and you can see I took it out. I was playing with it already. And if you saw a previous haul video, I said how I was disappointed that the Memory Box stencils were not actually A2 sized. They are tall enough, but not wide enough. And this one is the older sizing, so it doesn't reach the full 4 1/4 width for an A2 card. So that's a little disappointing, but I kind of knew that was going to happen when I bought it, so I still bought it anyway because I really like this design. And it looks a lot like the Distress Grid, but this one has a smaller opening, and I really like this look of the grid or mesh. And then finally I ordered this big set of Doodlebug sequins. This is the rainbow assortment, which comes with 12 colors, and in case you haven't heard of these Doodlebug sequins, the really neat thing about them is that each package contains 6 shades of color in matte, clear, and opalescent finishes. So in just this one little bottle, you get 6 different styles of sequin. Unfortunately, it's only one size. I would prefer if there were different sizes, but I can't complain because there's different colors, which is nice. And I really like the fact that they came out with this rainbow assortment pack because I could not see myself buying 12 full-size bottles. That was just way too many sequins for me. I have an obsession with sequins right now, but I can tell that it's going to go away sometime, and I'm not going to need a billion sequins like I would get if I bought the 12 full-size bottles. And with me, if something comes out, I want it in every color, so this is just a great assortment pack. And then finally, I didn't order this, but I got a brushed pewter distress stickles as a thank you from Starlit Studio. So that's really nice. And then let's get to my card. Sorry about that. I have a cold right now, so my voice is a little off. Here's my card. What I used for this card were the mesh stencil for the background. I used Mowed Lawn and Peacock Feathers ink. I sponged those through the stencil to make a light background. And then what this is on top is leafing. It's not actually embossing powder, it's metal leafing. Before I get to that, let me just say the stamp set that I use is the Avery Elle Laurel set. I used the 2 laurels and the hello from the set. So what I did was I took the sticky embossing powder, excuse me, I stamped in Versamark ink and took this sticky embossing powder and poured it on, and it goes on just like regular embossing powder. You heat it up just for a little while until it gets clear and sticky, and then you go ahead and apply. I actually have this one that I bought a really long time ago. You can see that it has a bunch of little flakes. It's not sheets like you might normally think gold leafing or metal leafing comes in sheets. These are called flakes, and they're just basically the metal leaf torn up into little bits. And this one actually was a variegated assortment, so you can see there's different colors like blues and purples and reds and oranges along with the gold. So I really like this assortment because it's really pretty. And the other reason why I like the assorted is because if you look really closely at this, you can actually see the different colors. You could probably achieve that effect by mixing different colors of embossing powders, but then you'd have a mix of embossing powders after, and if you don't like that, then this is a better method, and it's really shiny and pretty, and it was really easy to do. The one thing that I will tell you about is I actually have plain gold leaf. Here we go. I got this just a million years ago when leafing was popular in the stamping world originally, and I bought a whole bunch of this gold leaf, and I haven't even opened this package yet, so I don't know what I'm going to do with it. But one thing I want to say is that I want to come up with something a little more creative to use my gold leaf on than just embossing like regular sentiments. This one I did gold leafing on. I just used the gold flakes from my assortment, and I did this. I sponged the same inks, the Mowed Lawn and Peacock Feathers, and then I took a set from the hand-drawn borders from Simon Says Stamps. I took a sentiment Happy Birthday, stamped it with Versamark, and then put the Ranger sticky embossing powder on top, and then leafed it with just the gold flakes from the assortment. And you can see how it came out, and it's really pretty, but it looks just like gold embossing powder. And if I'm going through all the trouble of doing the actual leafing, I'd want it to not just be something that looks like gold embossing powder, because I could just get that effect with gold embossing powder and it'd be a lot simpler. So I'm going to try and think of something a little more creative to use this gold leafing on, but until then, if I use my variegated leafing, if I get the urge to do some metal leafing again, I probably use my variegated so that it actually shows up and you can really see that that is an interesting effect. So I hope you enjoyed my little haul today and my card, and thank you very much for watching. Please visit my blog at mycasestudies.blogspot.com.